All right, seems like we're live. Hopefully it's working now. Hopefully. Hey everyone, I'm here. Let's see. Let me know if you guys can hear me and see maybe I'm not alive again. I don't know. Hi Jose. Hello. Seems like I'm alive now then, right? I put the chat over here. Hey, so yeah, we have some topics for today. Also, please suggest. There we go. That's what I have for today. If you guys wanna see something specific, let me know, and I'll put it in the list for today. So suggest your topics on whatever you wanna learn about. But that's what I have for today. Let's see if we can make this maybe a little bit bigger. It's fine. I think that's readable. I haven't been able to work on the challenges, so I'm gonna try to do a few here today. Let's see how that goes. Hey Kishan, I'm fine. How are you? I'm doing good. I'm doing good. So just wait to see if more people join us, and we can start. I'll just let everyone know. Unreal and Houdini. Oh, that's difficult because I'm not on Windows. That's difficult for me to do right now because I'm not on Windows, so I don't have Unreal, so can't really do that. What does a Houdini TD do? Okay, well, we can talk a little bit about that. That varies a lot, but I guess I can add it to the list. Yeah, sure. But yeah, on Unreal I can't do right now. I'm not on Windows. Maybe we can do another Learnday just specifically on Unreal, and I will be on Windows. Yep. Should play guitar for us once. Hey Mo. I mean, sure. If you want me to play guitar, I could. Yeah. I don't have my stuff plugged in right now, but there's my. You can kind of see my amp a little bit there. Oh, over there. Here. This is weird. Kind of see my amp. Just the touch. Oh, I can show you actually. There's my amp. My beautiful PV6505 Plus, and there's my guitars. There's another guitar there, back there. My keyboard. There's another guitar back there. There's a fan. Yeah, but I don't have my stuff plugged. Let me close the window. Door. Just have to close the the restroom door. Don't need to see that. There's nothing to see there, but anyway. Your Houdini engine tutorial was pretty good. I do have, hey, Joe Jong Lee, welcome. Yes, I do have plans to update that. I've been working a lot in Unreal, doing some crazy stuff on it, so I definitely wanna update it and put some more new stuff on it, because yeah, there's some good stuff that there's not on that course yet, and it's getting a little bit old also, so there's new stuff happening that we should touch on. Maybe we can do volume 2 of that, or update 2, I don't know. What topics would you like to touch on that, Yo Jung? Like, what are you looking for specifically? It's kind of dark here, but anyway, let's see if my light helps. Not really. Anyway, that's fine. All right, let's let me know if you guys can hear me okay. It seems like it's working fine. I have my microphone over here now. Just so it's not on my view and on top of my keyboard. So I just bought a new arm, this guy, and place this thing over here. Should be better. All right, great. So now let's start doing some stuff then. Let's go to the. Let me change the topic, because we're not doing that today. We're doing Learnday 80. So yeah, at any time, just you guys have any questions, just let me know on chat. You know the drill. If you have any questions, just let me know, and I'll try to cover that. Right, seems like that's fine. Well, let's talk a little bit about training, because I actually have it on my topics here. Let's see. First one is the newest training, because turns out that why am I kind of on the real edge of this camera? It's fine. So turns out that it's been like a year since I did the last Learnday. It's like, what the hell? What the hell? How did a year went by so fast? I don't know. What the hell happened? Man, it's so weird that time goes on so fast. Yeah, I don't know. It's just like, it's crazy. How did 1 year go so fast? I don't know. Anyway, so in that time, let me bring my chat up to the front. Where are you, chat? Keep it on top. Hey guys, so here's the list of topics for today. If you want to suggest topics, please do. There's the topics on the wait. There, I don't want to move them all the way to the end. If you want to suggest topics, please do, and I can add them to the list. Welcome, Ognia. Man, Ognian. That's a cool name. Does machine learning and AI will be inside Houdini? Well, who knows? That'll be much simpler once Python 3 it's released, or the newest version of Houdini with Python 3, which is mostly required for all the AI libraries. Python 3 is it's what dominates that. So we basically need to get there, and then I guess it's gonna be a lot of stuff done in Houdini and machine learning and stuff. So let's go to Mix. There's also a new URL for the website, mix-training.com, so it's simple to remember. It just redirects to the old one, which is it's cool, it's fine. Let me log out here so you can see the. So if you guys are new here, you know we have this website called Mix Training for professional training, and you can see some of the clients that are using our training there. One really important part about Mix Training that I've seen other places don't offer is that we offer lifetime support. Once you buy our courses, you are part of our community and you have support from us, like anytime, like from when you're learning your stuff, you're not really alone. You just can message us. The community is amazing. They help a lot. I'm there all the time, and you just learn with other people, just like you when you go to school, which is amazing. And that's something that other places don't offer. There's a lot of people that ask me about other sites, which is not good. But yeah, so I guess the newest things there is Bicep Python, which is a really long course. Nature of Vex, which also covers a lot of Vex, which is pretty good, very good for beginners. Procedural modeling. I'm gonna be updating this a little bit because I have some other goodies that I need to add to this, but it's pretty good. And then the latest one is this water crash effects, which is pretty nice, done by my friend Anas. So let's just take a look at this a little bit. So Bytes of Python it's 8 hours says. Wait, really? I was thinking there was like more like 10 hours, but maybe I got that wrong. But there's a lot of chapters. It's a 10-week course, or at least it was done as a 10-week course. There's a lot of things here that you would learn. Importers. Let's just take a look about this. We start with setting up your environment, learning about help variables, and working with nodes. Then the hump, which is the Houdini object model. We create an obj loader, just like right away start loading stuff. Material translator. This lesson is actually free. If you want to check out the course, you can just go there and see it. If you go actually here, if you go down to the bottom, there's previews for all these. All the courses have previews, so you can see the material translator. You can actually see it for free, and that is actually something that a lot of people ask me to. Like you can see this is an hour-long class, so it's not like one 20-minute class or 10-minute class. It's a full. You write the full translator for materials in this class. Like it's pretty good. All of our training have previews. If you go down to the bottom where the lessons are, they should be all these videos that are previews, and that's recent actually. And then you create custom UIs, of course. Custom UIs part 2. We talk about Python HDAs, how we put code on HDAs and all that stuff. Custom panels, custom menus. Then we create a JSON importer, a translator from scratch, which we import parts of the Disney Moana scene, which is pretty good because you get like a real kind of like experience on how you would do this in production. If you have a weird file format and you need to import that in Houdini, you can do that. And yeah, this course is really good. Highly recommended if you want to specialize more into Python. Actually, Jonathan is asking any good sites for learning Python. Well, this is not for the beginner on Python, but it would be really good for getting up to speed really fast. I have in on YouTube, I have a lesson. MD Sandima, hey, hello. We're not late, we just started like 10 minutes ago, it's fine. There's a lot of Python stuff that I do. I love Python, and you can start with this one, Jonathan, Houdini Python Introduction. You can start with this one, and it tells you how to. I mean, it starts from the beginning in Python. It doesn't presume that you already know Python. This is from scratch, how to get it, from when to install it and stuff, and how it's integrated into Houdini and all that stuff. You can see we start with simple stuff, talking about variables and all that things. So that's pretty good. If you want to get more like practice stuff, there's a lot of good stuff out there on the internet. Codecademy has one Python course for free. It's really good. Codecademy has this. There's a Python 2 course here that is free, it's good because Houdini still uses Python 2, so it's fine. And translating that knowledge to Python 3, it's really cool. It's really easy. So you can see this is this Python 2 course here. I really like this website because you have to type the code, you have to solve the little things that and you do it here in the site. So you don't have to install anything or whatever. You just concentrate it on the learning part. Let me see if I can log in here. Not sure if whoa, that was weird. Okay, so yeah, you can see I logged in here, and then it's pretty cool because there's the lesson here, and it tells you what you need to do here, and then you run the code, and then you see the result here. So this is really nice. I always recommend this because how it is, like, you have to do the exercises here. Like you see, I just did a few of them to see how it goes. But it just gives you the lesson here. You have the code here, and then you have to do something on the code, and then you have the result over here. So it's pretty nice. It's really good. This site is really good if you are really like totally new to Python. All right, so that's about the Bytes of Python course. It's pretty good. The Nature of Vex, a lot of you have seen it already. It's not that new also, but there's a lot of good lessons on this. This starts kind of like from, I guess, beginner, middle, in Vex. If you have some coding experience, you can take this course, even if it's not in Vex. Because I just, again, start with the setup environment, then we talk about variables, conditionals. We start really slow, I mean really basic, and then we kick it up a notch for that, like really fast. Like we're trying to create geometry. You create all geometry from scratch in Vex. We create a random walker function that creates a lot of points all over the place. We start creating vectors and forces, which just basically create something bounce just by doing. We actually creating a particle system along the way in this, all in Vex, which is pretty cool. Then we create a tractor for the particle system. We create a flocking system, all in Vex. Like all by hand, we create a flocking system. And then we create procedural growth, core growth, shape packing. It's really good. I really recommend. And this one also has some preview lessons. You can see the environment section. It's free. It's for preview, and the vectors also free. And this preview means you can just see the lesson completely. And again, these are not small lessons. This is what, an hour long. So yeah, I mean, it's not a 10-minute class. It's a full class by itself. So yeah, there's a lot of things you can see. We are actually creating gravity and wind and all that stuff. I'm just checking my OBS window so that I know I'm on the right. You can see we create a particle from scratch. We make it have gravity, velocity, wind, bounce to at some edges. You can see it's bouncing there. So that is all created in Vex. It's not a simulation at all. Like, we can make this bigger. So this is all created in Vex by you. Let's see that again. Come on, Burmix, hurry up. So yeah, you can see the particle is just bouncing there, and all the behavior is done in Vex here. All the gravity, the force, the wind, the drag, it's all created in Vex by hand. It's pretty cool. All right, so that's another one that we have. Then we have this procedural modeling, which is, I think people haven't really appreciate what's on this, but there's a lot of cool stuff on this training. It's 12 hours. There's a lot of content here, a lot. Who's that? Miguel. Hey, Miguel. ¿Qué onda, my friend? Let's see. So this one, we start creating scaffolding for just to get something working really quickly. We import this into. Now we create like a procedural scaffolding thing. It's cool. All these lessons are like, all these chapters are like an hour long or more. So this is so good. I'm gonna update this for any more goodies that I have there. There's a little surprise there that's gonna come here. This master in digital assets lesson, I think that one is free, which is really good. A lot of people have issues with making digital assets. This just goes through a lot of stuff. Then we start working with OSM data, which is making buildings out of OSM data, how to get it, how to filter it. That's a lot of what I do at work, working with OSM data to Houdini, to Unreal. So I know what I'm talking about here, really. It's just, then we start doing some tools that are just making custom windows for all the buildings. And there's a lot of stuff out there in Houdini land for making buildings. This training is focused on performance. This thing needs to be fast. I know there's some other solutions to do this. Most of the ones I've seen are pretty slow. This one is blazing fast. If you find something faster than this, let me know, because I need to update this, because the methods we use for populating the buildings here are all geared to performance and being as fast as possible, because you don't want a slow city building system, because man, cities are huge. So you want something that is super fast, and this is always, at all moments, it's geared to that, making it super efficient and fast. So then we have more custom Windows integrations, which just means adding actual what is this called? Models, external models for any model that you want to just pop it into Windows. We create roads out of these things. Just after you're done, we just create roads automatically out of the OSM data, which is really magical. Sidewalks, you create the middle lanes, sidewalks. There's a lot of stuff you can create here. It's incredibly weird. So then we start customizing the first floor, because first floors sometimes are really different, but This expands if you want to expand it to other parts of your building that is different. You can just expand it to whatever parts you want, but we do this on the first floor because that way you can just expand it. Then we add a lot of stuff to the rooftops too, because rooftops are not flat. There's things on rooftops in cities, so we add a lot of the stuff. Always here again thinking about making stuff super efficient and fast. Super shot. I don't think I have super shot enabled, do I? Sorry. Live shot. I don't see super shot. I don't. Is it super shot enabled? Do you guys see that? Because I don't. Hey, well, not sure. Dynamic fracturing for fissure, please. Pieces that break after breaking and into smaller chunks. Oh yeah. I'm not sure if super shot is enabled. Do you guys see that in the shot? I don't think it is. If you guys want to support me anyway, just go buy something from the store. I mean, that way you can get some training or a tool, and then I get some money out of it. Then again we go to making HDAs, because HDAs, we need to make an HDA for this so we can later process it maybe with PDG. We don't go through PDG on this training, but yeah. Then here we just go to optimizing again, because this, as I said, this is towards performance. Performance is the key here. It's not really to make the goal is not so much to create something that looks pretty cool, but it's a system that is pretty solid, that others can build something really good on it, cool on it, you know. That's the idea on it. And then you can see there's some preview lessons here as well. This is the custom Windows integration lesson. You can see that. Now this is the newest tutorial we have. This water crash by my friend Anas. It's almost 7 hours long. It's pretty good. See, this is one of the results that we just render this to make you guys have an idea of what is happening, make a little comp, and but the effect, just the course focuses on creating this effect with water effect, all the water, all the splashing, handling the animation. You have all the assets for this, the helicopter, which looks pretty good. I think this is a really good water splash. All chapter 1 is free on this one. You can go ahead and see it, but you can see it, all the water here. It's really high res. We push really high quality water simulation here, and it's actually pretty good, the result of this. I really recommend it if you are into doing something like this. All right, so that's about training. If you guys don't, I mean, if you say, oh, I want to support you, but I don't want to pay like $100 for anything here, maybe you can get tab 2, which is, where are you, tab 2? Where's tab 2? Here, tab 2 is $25 and you get a tool. If you don't want to buy even tab 2, you can just I don't know, just say thanks. All right, so let's start with some stuff here. So that is done. Newest training done. So now let's start with the Hulai, I guess it should be said or pronounced Hulai challenge. Let me get my window fitting here in my area correctly. I guess that's good enough. So, yeah, well, just I'm glad that I helped you in any way, man. All right, so I had that open. Where did I left that? Where are you? Here it is. So Houdini or Side Effects launched this challenge, daily challenge. Sadly, I haven't had any free time on my day to do this. But it started 5 days ago. So day one was Earth, Wind, Water, Fire, and then today's Wave. So I was planning to do a few of this, maybe one or two. I don't know. What do you guys think we should do? 1, 2, 3, or 5? 1, 2, 3, 4, or 5? I mean it. I really have no ideas right now. What am I gonna do? But yeah. Oh, whale boss. Now it. Oh, thank man. Now that went through. Seems like the super chat is enabled. Thank you for that, Will. So yeah, guys, what do you want to what do you guys want to do? Let's do one of these challenges. I mean, and then you can see me fail here live doing the challenge. I mean, it will be interesting to see what we can come out with and do something here together, I guess. Right? What do you guys think we should take on? Earth, Wind, Water, Fire, Wave. I really wasn't. I mean, I was planning to do these challenges and maybe even streamed while doing them. I wasn't really trying to participate on the challenge because, I mean, I don't. Now, Droll is for 15 for day 15, so that'll be cheating, Will, because you have like a solution for that. Now let's focus on the first 5, because that's what is live, I guess. I don't want to go through to just doing all the other ones. We'll wait for Droll for later. Wave of Fire. Oh, that's a good idea. Wave of Fire. But that will just take a lot of time. Wave of Fire. But I don't know. Could be maybe Water on Fire. Fire is it's great. I love fire. I guess fine. Wind. Yeah, I mean we could do wind, fire. We can mix an earth on fire. Everybody loves fire. I mean, yeah, of course, fire is amazing. All right. Yeah, wind is invisible, but you can make the effect of wind. So let's just do fire for now, and then we can maybe do something about wind later. But what do we do with fire? Let's my favorite thing. Oh, melting the earth with fire. Oh, that is a good idea. All right, Kesha. See you later. Avatar for Elements intro. Is that a cartoon? Sorry, I don't know Avatar. I think it's a cartoon, right? I've seen that before, but I haven't seen it. Like, haven't seen any of the episodes of it. Let's see, fire. Let's look some fire reference. What can we do with fire? Something that is not like super obvious. The earth on fire would be nice. Can we have an earth texture that we can? Yeah, there's a lot of textures from the from NASA, but from Earth. Is this big enough? Yeah, it's 8K. It's big enough for me. Let's see. Where is it? Ultra resolution. Where's the map? The flat one. Is this one? No. Where's the? Which one's the flat one? Earth normal map, high resolution. Oh, it's this one actually. Let's work with the 2K version. I don't want to just. You know what? Let me first set my project because I don't even know where to save this image. Haven't set any project for this. Let's go. Are you guys seeing what I'm seeing? Yes. Okay. Sure. Cool. Cool. No, I don't even have my project set. Set project. Learnday webinars here. All right, that's good. Let's save this file. I'm not sure if I want to use my Wacom or my mouse today. Just however I feel. Let's use the Wacom. Learnday 80 version 1. All right, so let's start with. We need some earth thingy. Save this image to my textures. All right, we will need a sphere to make the earth. We will need to map that to this sphere. Let's make this a polygon. We want a polygon mesh, I think, for this, and then UV unwrap it. UV project, I think, has the spherical polar. So let's see if polar is gonna work for us here. Let's do it on vertices. Yes. We're not gonna do perfect here. Quick material. And let's save this file and then get the texture. Let's see how this looks. Right, we have the earth. That was fast and simple and earthy. Looks fine. Let's give it some more resolution. Not size. Yeah, all right, so what I want, actually there's another map. What I want to do is actually not texture this. I'm gonna grab all the parts that are land and I'm gonna set that on fire. So anything that is not water, I'm gonna set it on fire. So what I'm gonna do is actually copy this branch, because this is gonna be like my, let's say that this is gonna be my beauty model. But I'm gonna make this. I'm gonna just do. Actually, I'm gonna just make this my parent for all my shading here, and then I'm gonna subdivide it a lot here, like a lot. I might even change the mode for the sphere, like maybe just remeshing it. Remesh. because I want something more uniform. But I need a lot of polys here. That is not a lot of polys. That's less polys. Let's just give it more polys, dude. That is a lot of polys. We have like what, like 60,000. It's not a lot. But what I want to do here is just put the colors on the point so I can use those for masking, right? Because if not, how can I mask that if there's a texture? So I'm gonna use an attribute from map to get some colors in there, and just put that guy there. So there we go. Now we have the earth on the points. We might add more points to this because it's a little I don't know. I guess that could be good for what we want to do. Is there like no, it's working fine here. Okay, cool. All right, so now how do we mask this thing? Well, we have a lot of blue here. So we could just say blast away the blue part by doing CDD B equals 1, maybe. Is this gonna work? Points, delete non-selected. Let's see what we have with the attribute spreadsheet. So, oh no, blue it's greater than 0. Just make greater than 0. It's not actually exactly 1, but there's blue on everything, seems like. So let's just raise it a little bit, and that is giving us something, but it's not enough. It's not enough. Let's see. That is just too much, and there's some blue inside of the earth here. Maybe we can get what is red and delete that. Greater than 0. Greater than 0, 1. That's too little. 0, 3. Okay, well that could work. That could definitely work. If we delete whatever is not selected, now we can have all the land areas. Oh no, it's missing some part here. Damn. Alright, I want to do this procedurally because I want to add more resolution here, and I want that to still work. You can see now I added more resolution and it works, but there's some holes in this South American region and here and over here. So I guess we can see of the website there. I think there is we can maybe use the specular map for this actually. So let's try to see the specular map. Specular map seems to be a TIFF, so we can't really see it here. Yeah, let's use this one. Yeah, why are we having? We already have a mask there, so let's just do that. Let's just use this TIFF for the masking, and then here we're gonna blast everything that it's white. What is the color actually? Yeah, it's white. Okay, so let's just blast everything that's white. And this is actually just gonna work. City is greater than 0. It's just gonna be delete everything that's black, and then we revert that and we just change the color of this because we want to see it. And that is actually not great. 0.1. There we go. I think that's good enough. We have everything that's white. That'll be good. We'll see if this works for really. We can also delete all these really small pieces could give us issues. You can see there's a lot of really small primitives. You can just delete them. Sometimes with just fuse just deletes those, which in this case doesn't. Let's see, raise this a little bit. No, but there's also delete this laughs tool, delete small parts. You can use that to delete really small parts. You can just build this yourself, but I mean, it's there already. Just maybe just use it. Just maybe raise this a little bit more to get some part of this back from Mexico. I think that's good. I mean, we're not gonna burn every single part of this. This delete small parts maybe could be a little bit big. Let's see what we're losing. We're losing all this area here, so maybe just make it smaller, just to get rid of those really small chunks. Okay, we got back some of these islands there. 0.5. I want to get back this part of Mexico. No. 0.1. There we have Cuba back. Cuba was not on plane. There we go. Now we have this part. We have Cuba back. And yeah, this is gonna work. Cool. I mean, these really small parts might not even emit any fire, but let's try it. I'm tempted to just extrude this, because if we just put this flat into trying to emit fire from this might not even work. So we could try poly extruding this to make it, give it some thickness. Let me just make it in, go in. Let's go inside. Just make it a little bit. 0.1, just a little thickness. Output the back. And then we need to reverse this, because since we extruded inwards, there was some that the surfaces were inverted. So now from this we have now this setup. Actually, I'm going to separate this setup into two nodes. This is gonna be my beauty earth, and this is gonna be just showing this, so I can render this below the fire, I guess. And this is gonna be my FX earth, right? So this is what I'm gonna use for effects. This is gonna be what I'm gonna use for render, basically. So now let's go inside here. I don't really need this node there, because I'm just gonna use this. So now let's use this for fire, and believe it or not, I love the shelf tools, and the shelf tools have something for smoke. Do we want smokeless flames, or let's just do smokeless flames? And Houdini sets everything up for us, and we're done. Yeah, we're done. Fire. Beautiful. Now, there's a few things I want to do here. Of course, this is working, but of course the scale is just massive. First, let me organize this, because this is, I always like to organize this. Like, I want to call this fire sim. This is gonna be my simulation, and this is gonna be my fire output, right? I don't like that it says, what is it called? Import. Seems weird to me that it's called import. So yeah, the fire it's just immense. Hey, cool effects, cool VFX. How are ya? Yeah, the earth is just this is a massive effect. So what I want, let me bring my drawing pen. This is stuff that I actually have learned while teaching, having notes. This I didn't do this before here on the channel, but now I do. I have this. So what I want to do here with this is I want to have this earth here. I don't want the fire to go up because that makes no sense. There's no gravity in space, right? So what I want is we have the earth like this. What I want is I want the fire to, let me just draw on this color. I want the fire to go in all directions like this. So we're going to need to create our own velocity for that. And then the fire, of course, needs to be shorter, because if we have this massive fire, it's gonna be just for so yeah, we want to have the fire going in all directions of Earth, and make it smaller. Which again, we need to we're gonna have to create a custom velocity for the fire. Should be fun, right? So let's just delete my drawings and let's start with that. So right now we have buoyancy, which is something we don't want. Let's remove here the buoyancy lift. We don't want any buoyancy direction. We don't want any. So now we should have. All right, it's not going up. It's going up because of temperature a little bit. Now I think it's going up because of yeah, velocity, velocity based on normals. Yeah, I think it's going up because of just the noise that is happening on the source. And you notice that I don't mind working at this resolution, because why would I? I'm just setting the initial things. I know what's happening. I know the movement, and I work a lot like this. I work like at this resolution until I need to really give it more resolution. Something that people really get frustrated by. They want to see it really high res from the beginning, and I'm like, dude, wait up. First set your initial stuff, and then you can do that. I'm gonna also set my bounds here to this area, because I don't really need a really big bounce. This is gonna be way smaller than what it is right now. So right now, one thing is there is some velocity coming from here, which is adding, this noise is adding velocity, which is good. It's good that it's adding that, but maybe it's a little big. I'm gonna tweak this on DOPS, but I wanted to let you guys know that this velocity here somewhere. Where is it? There's some. Is this not creating velocity? Should be creating velocity. It is creating velocity. Huh, wait, that's weird. Why is it not creating velocity here? That is weird. Okay, well, this noise is creating. Why are you doing that? This noise is creating that dancing of that noise there. I think it's not adding velocity, it's just the combustion that is making it look like that. But okay, so if we go here, we don't have any velocity. We do have velocity. We have velocity. Let's see. We have velocity here. Let's see if we tweak this to 0. Let's see if it's coming from there. Okay, no, it's not coming from there. It's just from the combustion, I guess. The combustion model. So this is looking already pretty good. It's doing kind of what we want. It's going in all directions of Earth. So we might not even need to create our own velocity, but if we need to, we can try it. Let's just give it some more resolution to see what's happening a little bit. Okay, I think the flames are super big. So we need to contain the flames more. They are super big. We need to have defined areas. So right now there's no defined areas at all. So let's start controlling the fire here. So we will go to the here. The gas release I think is too much. Let's go turn that to 5. Okay, that is getting a little bit better. It gets a little crazy sometimes. So there's like a lot of gas there. Let's reduce the temperature output as well. Okay. Still super big. Like all these concentrations of fuel here are a lot. Let's reduce the flame height as well. Just go really small flames. Okay, that's getting better. I think still the gas release is too much. Let's just dial that down. Load volume source as pump and apply on velocity fuel. What is that for? Like just like to subtract the interior of the emission, or what? What are you talking about? Smokers. Yeah, I need to do that. On fuel creation, make that and rasterize as well. Not sure what you're saying there, dude. Let's see. Let's go here on rasterize. You're saying what? All right, so how much RAM I have? I have 64 gigs of RAM. I don't think this is gonna need a lot of RAM. I mean, until we get to really. Also, I think the noise is really fast. I think let's just reduce the noise. The noise, the pulse duration. Let's make this bigger. Remap noise between 9.9 and 9. I think. Yes, I don't want the noise to be that fast, but we do want it to be smaller because this is huge scale for Earth. Let's make the elements smaller. Yeah, that's starting to look better. I want it to be to break a little bit more. Let's see if we can make it break up more. See if we can break this a little bit more. I don't want this to be too big. It's also the resolution of it. This really can't realize those things right now because it's really big. Details are too big right now. About there is good. Right. Yeah, I know you need to change the rest, but I don't want to change the resolution yet. I'm just tweaking the general forms. Oh, there we go. So now we have less craziness going on. We have just the spot that we want to emit fire from ready there. So I mean, I always work like this. I work from really low res first, getting my base settings right before I even start changing the resolution, because that's That's really a problem with people. They just start turning the resolution up, and then everything looks really saturated. I mean, there's a lot of stuff happening. Your computer gets really slow, and you're tweaking the basic parameters for this. So I wanted to get something that was not crazy, just giving me the parts that I want, the movement. I think still the noise is a little crazy. I can still see some craziness there, but let's just add more resolution now because we are at that point that we can add more. Let's add more. Right there. I think it's pretty fast. The noise is still pretty fast. I think I'm gonna have to make this way bigger than I am at the moment. Let's see what scale am I on. Yeah, I'm gonna have to make this big. This Earth, I'm going to have to scale it by 10. Everything's gonna change now, and we're gonna have to just do everything again. This remesh, I rather not calculate it because it's gonna be crazy. But yeah, the really small sphere, it was just gonna give me issues calculating all that stuff because it's just gonna be really weird, really small, and it's gonna not be enough resolution. So now this is really small. Let's make it 10 times bigger, and we should have better a representation of this here, because yeah, we were working at really small scale. So let's just make this guy, let's delete this, make this guy 10 as well so it matches. That'll be better, simulating at that scale. You speak instead scale. Why using peak instead of scale? Even if we use peak, it's the remesh, it's still gonna remesh from that, because remesh it's global, right? Now this guy is gonna be super small, so then you need to make it bigger. This is also something that when you're beginning or you're new to Houdini don't get, that sometimes this container is not the right size, and you're not getting any volume at the beginning, and then people get frustrated by this. Let's make this a little bit bigger. Come on. Like that. Okay, so now this is starting to look better. And now the simulation, it's just way too... The division size is a lot. We might not now need to have more. Hopefully the stream doesn't crash on me. This is gonna be hard to do on stream really, because it's gonna require a lot of CPU, and maybe the stream will suffer. Hopefully it doesn't. So now this is just not emitting enough, because now we just made everything 10 times bigger, and this is just not gonna be enough for making fire. Should probably just start from scratch here, because this is just gonna be... Yeah, if I wanted to just make the what I already had after the remesh just bigger, but I wanted to actually remesh it, I could just use scale after the remesh, and that would be good. This is not gonna emit enough. Why are you not using the faster Houdini sparse spiral solver? Because why do you say it's faster? It's just not, I mean, it's just, I don't know if it's faster. I know it's not contained, but we don't really need to use any sparse things here. I mean, it's just a ball. It's not going anywhere. Let's see. This is getting there. I'm not sure if it's faster. It's just different. It's just that it's not contained to a container. But I don't think it's specifically faster. Okay, I'm liking what I see here. Let's just not stop resizing this, because I really don't need to resize this. I could even just tighten this up a little bit more. Flames are not gonna be that big. I think we're good with that amount of flames. So have you used tops to speed up the simulation? Tops wouldn't speed up the simulation. Tops it's just a system to calculate variations. If you have several machines to calculate the simulation, then there you can distribute it. But if you're just using the same machine, tops is just gonna be even slower than using just using this, because you're gonna have to spawn 10, 15, whatever simulations on your same machine running at the same time, which is gonna be at the end really slower. Tops doesn't really work that way. It's not for that. Alright, so it seems like this is going in a nice direction now. Let's just do more gas release. So I made the elements really small, but that's what I wanted. Okay, there we go. That's what I want. This is gonna require a lot of I'm gonna make the speed faster here, just so it does something. This is gonna require a lot of divisions. It's gonna be a super high res. This might just crash the stream, I think. Okay, now this is too much. Yep, that is too much. Let's go back to what we have. Element size a little bit smaller. Let's see that. I think this is good enough. I mean, for something that we're doing here live. I'm not gonna do like something really amazing here. All right, this stream might crash now because I just added more resolution. Let's see what happens. Let's see what's the resources happening. All right, this is looking good. One thing I want to do is what CoolFX was saying, or related to that, is just I don't want fire to go inside. Just want fire to go outside. So we can actually kill all the inside emission, and we could just make the this Earth here, or just make a copy of it so we don't mess that up. Just let's use this as the collision. So I'm just gonna use this so it doesn't produce anything inside. So we don't really need the inside of this, and it's just taking resources for that. So we can just pump that out and make it not have any fire on it. Let's just use that. I mean, we can just do it in the container. Where's this? I like to use these things. Collision. Where's this? Container. Where are you? Where's that thing? Perfect. I remember what that is. Anyone knows where that pump thing is? Protocol. Excuse the dogs, just barking. When do you think 18.5 will be released? It should be released maybe this year. I think it will be released. I don't know. I don't know exactly. I'm not. Oh, here it is. I'm not on the beta, so. This one, enter. All right, so let's go inside here. And now this should be, did I say pump or sink? I wanted to sink. Let's see. Yes, I want to sink, and I did pump, right? Yeah, I did pump. I don't want to pump. I want to sink it, but now the properties are not. Oh, they are there. Okay. I don't like these merge nodes here, but the pump goes over here, I think, not in this velocity. It should be absorbing the insides of the volume. Let's just make sure. Whoa. I think that is working. Is it? Do you think it's working? Let's just do it again, because I mean, we're here doing this live. I don't want to be doing things manually that I'm gonna be hunting forever, and then I never know. This is creating a pump. This is not working. I need to just say sync from object, select this guy, yes, set it up. All right, so this is good. It's on the spot that I wanted it to be. Now this should absorb the inside. It's not that I want to cut the source object. I actually want to cut it here in simulation, so we don't actually process it, process the inside. So I think this is working. I'm not sure. The other thing I could do, and I actually like to do, is actually make the sphere an actual collision object here. So that also helps push any noise that is happening is pushing it away from the surface. So I'd actually like to do that as well. And let's just try doing that. This thing, we can just use it as a collision object. Let's just use the let's just do a null here for collision, and then we just do it. This time I'm gonna do it manually. Just gonna create no, RVD, sorry, static object. That's what I want. Static object. Static object. Let's just select that guy. This guy. We have this. Let's make sure the collisions are fine. Should be. It's just a sphere. Just a freaking sphere. Shouldn't be that much. And let's just merge this. For collision, static collisions, you don't really need the static solver. Houdini adds that sometimes, but you don't really need it. It's not needed really. And I need to hide that, but I'm just gonna see if it's pushing everything inside out. Okay, seems like it is. There's just a little bit of a error happening there, but seems like it's fine. Then we just hide that. We don't need to see it. And I mean, we're probably done at this point, unless, I mean, I would need to test. I would need to test how it's looking at a high resolution. But hey, Amos, welcome back. Hey, man, been good, been busy. How are you? How are you been? No worries, man. No worries. At this point, I really wish there was a way to just simulate part of this and have it really be accurate. How can we just do this? Because this is going to be a huge simulation, really. But I think it's good. It's doing okay-ish. It's not. I mean, it needs a lot of resolution. That's gonna be the main thing. It's just gonna be super resolution heavy. But from this point, it's just gonna be you backflip on this. You backflip on the switch. What did I do? Backflip on the switch? Sorry. Yeah, this seems like it's working. It's colliding with the sphere inside, which is I want. I don't want any inside fire. And if we see it with the beauty art, it's gonna be like that, which is cool. We could try just doing it on one part of the world and see if we can tweak it. Let's do it for Antarctica. Oh, okay, cool, great, man. Let's just delete this part and delete non-selected. Let's try doing it just for one part and see if we can optimize it for that, and then just run it from the rest of this. Oh yeah, this is way faster, of course. Good idea there, Krankenstein. That's a great name. Look, this looks pretty good already. Look at that. Yeah, I like this. This looks pretty good. This is what I was expecting to get. It's a little fast, actually. How difficult would it be to add some coral noise, kind of like hurricane maps? We will have to create some custom forces and then apply them to this. It's not that hard. Drag this guy. What am I dragging? Sorry. Cool VFX. So this is looking fine. This is looking what I want, like what I want. I can add more resolution and check it out. Oh, you're saying add drag? Okay, sorry. Yeah, I need to add drag, of course. But I think that the initial noise might be too fast. Yeah, that looks pretty good. That's something like what I was expecting. It might be, still might be too much gas release, but also that might change when I change it to the whole Earth again. So I don't want to do that. Make the flame shorter. Yeah, I can make the flame shorter as well. I mean, from this point, it's just gonna be a matter of taste. What do you want? What is it that you're looking for? Of course, I want something that is really exaggerated, right? It's gonna be super exaggerated looking at this from Earth. It's gonna look like comically exaggerated. That's what I really want. But it's looking fine. I mean, it's looking good for now. I think it looks fine. Let's see it like this. So if you imagine this is gonna be the whole Earth. Yeah, it's really fast. We could add drag here. Let's add drag here, yeah. Just add drag. Drag force. Or, oh yes, sorry. What am I doing? Let's see what is happening here on this part. Oh yeah, this disturbance might be too small. Let's just make this 0.6 and see if that doesn't break it as much. I think it's looking fine. It might be better with this lower actually. Amos, well, yeah, we took inspiration from the Houdini challenge, and we're mixing earth with fire, basically. You know what? Let's do something else to this. Now that we're mixing stuff, let's do something else. We have fire. I'm gonna leave fire up to this point. I will simulate the whole thing and in high resolution and share it on Discord or somewhere. Are you thinking about AMD 64 cores yet? I don't know, not yet. I don't want to get the. I think I can still work with this for a while. You can see that now we're burning Antarctica, which I don't know if that will ever happen in life, but I guess we're kind of. This will. If somebody from global warming will see this, like, see, told you, Antarctica is on fire now. This is Antarctica, right? Or am I wrong? Yeah, because this is the North Pole, and this should be Antarctica, right? Am I right? I might be wrong. This is Greenland, and this is Antarctica, right? Am I right? Well, I have 32 cores right now, so I'm still fine for a while. Hey, Peter. Yeah, I mean, if something burning from space hit it, maybe yeah, it will catch fire. So now that we did this and we have this FX Earth here, I'm gonna rename this to Fire Earth, or just FX Fire. I wrote Right, that's fantastic. Fire. So let's just copy this guy and let's do something else to this. So now that we're mixing stuff, fire, let's make this water. Water. And then we have everything we need here for water, really. If we just delete all this. And just revert this blast. Now we're gonna have all the water in the world. Let's color it blue, I guess. And then we're deleting the small parts. We're doing that, reversing that. Then we don't need to blast anything here. Reverse meteor fire, meteor shower. That's nice. I'm gonna just add water to this area. It's just stupidly dripping water off it. Why? I don't know. Just what I want to do right now. So let's go to particle fluids and what should we do? Let's make it a fluid object. Does anyone know if you have to do all the challenge for the Twitter first? Well, you have to do the challenges. You have to do them daily, actually, if you want to win the daily prizes. And then if you do, I think there's a community or popularity prize. If there's a lot of oh crap, I did what I did not want to do. If there's like a popularity challenge that if you get a lot of points you get a prize, but you have to, I think you have to be done by the 31st. So I'm gonna create a new top network. And wait, did we get to all the points in our list? Maybe not. I'm just gonna do this and just finish with this part. Water dop or same. Then I'm gonna put it here. I'm gonna make this a fluid object. Flip fluid object. Like that. Fluid interior I don't care about. This I don't. This is what I want. My fluid. Now this is a fluid. And let me hide the fire for now. There's no gravity on it, which is exactly what I want. Now we can add some. What do we do with this? Should we just add water, gravity? I'm not sure if that's what I want to do. It's just falling like meh. Yeah, that's what I was maybe thinking, just adding some ripples. Let's just add. And I don't want to do that. I want to do force to the velocity here. Particle velocity. Pop force. Let's see what we got. So we could just attract those Yeah, I was trying to say that I want to add a pop to pop wrangle, sorry, to keep it on those areas. Attracted to those areas. What's the expression for that? The minimum position thingy? I always forget it. The P is gonna be equal to the mean pos of, we want geometry and a vector point. Geometry 0, vector point P. Is that how it is? I forget. I don't think this is working because this is not really taking the inputs as, because there's no inputs on this really. We need to put it into sub and then get the let's get the air water. There we go. Now it's working, right? Yeah, it is, because it's also doing it on this side, but I don't want that really, so let's just prepare a new geometry for that. So here on this water earth, let's just do a null before we extrude it to keep it on this side. Collision surface. Let me do that here now. Get this node, this collision surface node. Now it should take, maybe not. What did I do now? What did I do now? What did I do now? Why am I not seeing it? Oh yeah, I know why. So I changed the output of this, and that is being sourced by this guy. Dope. Okay. Fit the length of the velocity times time. Remember map to 1. What is that for cool VFX? I mean, this is doing what I wanted. I mean, it's not super awesome, but it's doing it. We can try. Yeah, I would like to have this just be popping out of the surface as well. This is a good start for this, but maybe just emit some more particles from this or something. Hey, smoke the worm. I don't know. Yeah, let me try your expression as well. Cool VFX. Let's see what it does for us here. So you're saying P is going to be equal to, plus equals to the fit 01 of the length. I always write length wrong, of the velocity times the time, and fit that to 0, from 0 to 1. Let's see what it does for us. I mean, what's that gonna do? It's just gonna fit. I don't think that's gonna do much. Oh wait, I'm doing the whole thing. Yep, just gonna go. Trials instead of B, use B, because B is missing. Okay. No, it's just it's just moving in one direction because it's passing a float to a vector. So yeah, it's gonna go in one direction like that. It needs a vector 4, but where? In the P? The P attribute? I'm gonna go for this, and I'm gonna add another pop force after this. I'm gonna add another pop force after this, and just make it a little. Maybe more. Still small. Come on. I could just emit particles from this as well. Like, that'll be good. Can the earth be on fire and the water rotate around and out the fire? Then goes back into place. Yeah, I mean, yeah, it could. Everything's possible. So let's see why this is not doing it. Is this being overwritten by the other one? I guess it shouldn't be. All right, so that's gonna be it for this, really. I mean, again, we will need to have more. We will need to have a lot more particles for this to look nice. And then some fire, of course. Let's try to. Doesn't look bad. Look at that. It looks funny. All right. Well, we did it here in a while. Me and you. Looks cool. It looks cool that the water is doing that. Well, the rest is gonna be on fire. Maybe the water could be emitting more particles, and instead of just being an object, could be emitting particles and dying, and it will be better. All right, let's make a preview of this, I guess. See if we can get something. 720, I guess. Just get it off here in Mexico, which is where I live. And try to get a preview of this. The fires, what is the resolution of the fire so far? Let's try maybe how much? It's a lot of voxels there. Let's try 3. Okay, that's gonna be super heavy. So I might do this overnight and post it tomorrow. I mean, tweak it a little bit more and post it later. Let's just do it at 5. I'm just gonna do a preview at 5 because it's just gonna take forever if we just wanna do more. And let's hide the freaking orient thingies, orange nomen. Let's just create a preview of this. Try slide it in 4 P's, please. Why slides it in 4? I'm not sure why you're saying that. Let's just do, let's say 90 frames. Let's see if we can do this, because I plan to still be streaming. So, oh wait, the fire's hitting. Fire, come out, fire. I don't want that. I don't want this thingy bounty box. Just gonna be a simple preview. Flipbook. Start. What the hell? I'm scaling the preview. Oh, again. Come on. Stop, Houdini. I don't want the size to change. Just do it the resolution that I set for the camera, and try to slice it in 4 pieces. Are you saying slicing the whole earth before or after? Yeah, I mean, I could just slice it in different pieces for the final sim. I'm just gonna just try to simulate something so we can see it right now, and then just see what we did here, the result of this, and then we can just move on. Let's just start doing other things on the list, because we've been already for an hour and 40 minutes. So let's talk a little bit about the Houdini backports. Houdini, because I really Houdini backports. I guess we're not gonna have time to look into this, but I mean, to try everything. But let's just talk about this. If you guys don't know, the Houdini or Side Effects released this backport, which it's features from they were planned for 18.5, and they basically pour them back to 18. Let me know, guys, if the stream is suffering, because my processors are pretty hardcore. Are you guys still seeing the stream fine? Seeing me fine? Because I'm calculating this stuff on the background. You guys still there? Maybe? Are you? Did the stream crashed? Let's see. Seems like the stream current rate is higher than recommended. Still here. Okay. So seems like we are still good. Okay. So yeah, this is a few things that Side Effects pack ported to 18, which makes me wonder how much amazing things are gonna be on 18.5. There's gonna be super cool stuff on 18.5. This path deform, it's cool. There were some solutions out there, and people built some stuff from on their own, but now there is part of Houdini. The topo transfer is pretty cool. You can transfer topology to models. I'm getting a lot more into ZBrush right now, so that'll be good for me, I guess, later when I start building really cool models and I want to retopologize those to, or just topo transfer stuff to them. This has got me really excited, because now you can have viewport fog, which is, I actually want to try that, because I haven't tried that really. Because this makes me think that they are working more in the viewport. Let me have some water. Remember, I will ask you about yellow slice on half simulation. Oh yeah, I know. Yeah, I should do that. Sorry. Let me put it on my notes, dude. I have a list of a lot of stuff that I need to do. I mean, I might have that yellow thing up there. Let me see. Nope, seems like not. It's not there. I do have it on other notes. No. Let me add that to my notes. Yellow slicing. Here it is. It's on my notes now, and I will do that. This is actually backwards. I need to do it again. Yellow slicing. But yeah, I mean, there's a lot of stuff that you guys asked me to do, so there's a lot of stuff that I need to do, really. I will do that. It shouldn't be that hard stuff to do. Go away, notes. So like I was saying, the viewport it's something that I'm excited about because they're working on the viewport. I want to have a beautiful viewport. I want to have the Blender Eevee viewport on Houdini, really, and any work on the viewport just gets me excited, really. So that's great that they're doing that. And then this Houdini engine session sync, which will also be part of Unreal later, and actually it's gonna be part of whatever application later. It's really cool because this part here, like this app here, right now they're going from Houdini to Unity, but this can really be Maya, or this can be 3ds Max, anything, or Unreal. Anything that uses the Houdini engine, it's gonna have this support for session sync, which is really, really, really cool. Really nice that they have that. It's right now it's working with Unreal, but and then there's this random walks of surface scattering, which is great. That is implemented for Karma, which is amazing. So there's also enhancements to be FBX, which is always great because FBX sometimes is just not awesome in Houdini. There's some things missing, but there's some more things for crowds. I don't use crowds that much. Sometimes for PDG as well, which is pretty good. It's faster. Destruction, load times, it's reduced, which is great. Solaris, which is something I've been doing a lot lately. It's also has some more nice things. And yeah, it's pretty nice that they're doing this. Hey, Christian. I knew Houdini viewport is faster than any 3D software when loads with tons of 3D points. Yeah, Houdini viewport is pretty fast. I'm not saying that it's not fast, but I want it to look beautiful as well. I see it all day long, so I want to have something beautiful in front of me. All right, so let's see what we have here with this result. I think we have enough frames for what we are doing here. And this is the Earth on Fire. What did I think I just crashed something. No, this is not working. So there we go, the Earth on Fire with the water boiling. I'm gonna submit this exact thing that you're seeing to the challenge. Do you think I would win? Of course not. I'm not gonna win. I'm not gonna submit this. I'll tweak it a little bit more and make a proper render of this. But I mean, it's getting there. Hey, Cliff. Hello. All right, so that is good. This is about my level. I mean, it's really simple to just just add more resolution, tweak the speed. I do see the speed is still too fast. I need to tweak the speed of it, and give it more resolution, and then just crank it up and leave it like going overnight, and just maybe just simulate it overnight and then render it another day or something like that. I don't know. Give it some nice shader in Redshift or Octane or something like that. All right, so one more topic we have here. So the question, what is a Houdini TD? Well, this will vary a lot. Let me just make my camera bigger. Why can't I? Wait, something's happening here. I can't click stuff. Yeah, there we go. Okay. So a Houdini TD, I have my Houdini t-shirt. A Houdini TD has a Houdini t-shirt. I'm just kidding. A Houdini TD, it's gonna be very different for different companies. But because sometimes people think that a Houdini TD just makes the nice cool effects. And actually, we're not talking here about Houdini effects artist. Sometimes the Houdini effects artist is actually the guy that does the fire, the smoke, the debris, the fracturing of stuff. And a Houdini TD sometimes is not even the guy that is doing that. He might be writing tools for that guy to do its work. He might be working pipeline tools as well, maybe. Again, depends on the company. There's companies that are pretty big and they have persons for each department. And there's companies that have Houdini TDs. They are more generalist on all effects, writing tools, writing importers, writing anything that you need really for Houdini to work. If you need to fix some models to make them, to destroy them later, or to simulate cloth on top of that or something like that, you might be the person to do that, and that might be the work of the Houdini TD. So sometimes I'm a little harsh on Facebook with people, like saying, oh, people they want to learn effects that they skip all this effects stuff. I mean, this basic stuff like texturing, modeling, and I think you should learn all the basics before you become an effects artist, because I know people that know like Vex in Houdini and they don't know UVs, they don't know texturing in Houdini, they don't know modeling in Houdini, and it's really bad, because an effects artist should know that. Because if you are working, let's say, with a building, and if you just don't know about UVs and the thing's gonna have to be textured, you can say, okay, I'm just gonna destroy this thing and whatever, and then you pass it to the texture artist, and he's like, dude, you destroy all the UVs. Where are the UVs? And yeah, you if you're not careful, you're gonna destroy all the UVs, and there's not gonna be any UVs, and you're gonna have to just go back and properly do your job, like not even keep the UVs that came from modeling or from the UV department if there is a specific texturing department, but you need to add more UVs to the part that you're generating, like the inside parts of something that is destroyed doesn't have UVs by default, so you have to add UVs. You need to make them make sense with whatever is happening else there. So you need to know all the stuff, and people think that just Houdini artists, it just means you just destroy stuff and burn things. And no, before you even get there, you need to prepare the model. You need to make sure there's no interpenetration. Be it that you need to prepare the models in different ways, like separated by different materials. Or if you're gonna make something burn, you need to make sure there is a proper surface. There's a lot of things that you need to prepare before you even do the effects, because if not, like for I just finished like a week ago a class at CGMA that I gave a class there of the fundamentals of Houdini there, and then people there's a week that we go through RVD simulations, and everyone thinks that you can just pass whatever to RVD simulations, and when there's a lot of interpenetration stuff, the solver, it just becomes mad or explodes or something happens or stupidly slow just because you have an object inside another object. So some of those things is what the actual TD needs to know, those things, like I've heard horror stories about simulation guys that just press simulate and send it to the farm, and they don't care about performance. I don't know if those stories are true, but I have heard stories like that I don't really care about performance. I just send it to the farm, and but I don't really like that. I work at studios, and the farm, it's something that you also need to care about because other people use it as well. So if you hog everything in the farm and someone else needs to use it, and you could have done a better job, well, you should do a better job. So yeah, a Houdini TD again does all the fire thing. Also I started saying that it's gonna vary between companies, because in very, very, very large companies, maybe you're just the fire guy, and maybe you're just the water guy, and smaller companies, you're gonna be the everything guy, like just do everything, water, fire, whatever that is needed, even processing geometry in Houdini for other things. But so it's gonna vary in every single place. Really, it's not like a defined set of characteristics, but one thing that is really true is that you need to know SOPs. Every single Houdini artist that I've talked about that they are at a certain level, they say yes, you have to start with SOPs, and that's a given. You have to know SOPs because Houdini, everything in Houdini is based on SOPs. Everything it's basically geometry in a way. So yeah, that's my rant about that. So let's see if there's any questions. Let me make this bigger. It's really small. Whatever happened to Patreon? Patreon wasn't working the way I wanted. There was a lot of people that were confused about how the things were working there. I made it really clear that the courses were like, you have to be there to attend those, and then they were like expecting them to be there later, and that was not the way they was working. So it wasn't. There was a lot of complaints. Actually, there was a lot of people there. That was great, but there was a lot of complaints about that. So I said, you know what? I'm just gonna kill this because I don't want it to. I felt like I was in a way doing something wrong because people expected something, and that was not what I wanted to do with Patreon. And I was feeling bad. Like I was feeling like I wasn't doing the right thing, and I was taking money from people, and I was feeling like that was wrong. Like people are thinking this, even so I'm stating this is how this thing is working. I'm saying this is the way it works. This is the way that it's done, and still I feel bad because I was like just taking the money and say like people were expecting something else, and I feel bad. I was just feeling bad about that, and I said, you know what? I'm just gonna stop this because I didn't feel comfortable anymore. Yeah. How can I use Houdini well? Just use it a lot. Just do a lot of Houdini, Cliff. Just open it, use it. Practice. Set yourself goals. Like, I'm gonna do something like this, and then practice a lot. Read about it. see video tutorials, even if they're advanced tutorials, just see them. And if you see the tutorials, they will make sense later. Like your brain kind of keeps that on the back of your mind, and then it kind of figures it out as you go. There's something that I really recommend people, like, even if you feel that you are just starting, see the advanced tutorials as well, because that thing just kind of makes sense. Sometimes it's gonna make sense on your head, but you have to have it there, you know. So yeah, even if you don't understand stuff, just watch it and maybe try to do it. And it might not make sense there, but it will make sense later. So yeah, how do you get good at anything? Just practice. I always said that everything is the result of how many hours you put into it. So put some hours into it. Yeah. Where did you get that t-shirt? I got this t-shirt. Side Effects sent me a bunch of t-shirts because I'm the community manager, I guess. I organized the Mexico Houdini users group. So I got t-shirts and some other things to give away to the people, and I got a t-shirt for me as well. So, and some Houdini t-shirts, I got them from going to SIGGRAPH and other events. I got some when I visited the Side Effects office a while ago. And just practice, follow as many courses as you can. Don't scare. After some iterations, you can write something. Yeah, exactly what Cool VFX is saying. Just practice, follow everything you find, and it will make sense later. So it seems like there are some expressions about me. I am an integer, seems like. Subs before dubs, yeah. If borrow, make yellow, I only get a 1 if I make it? Is that all you've offered me? Come on, dude. Give me like a bowl of yellow or something. RenderMan 23 doesn't work on 499 on Windows. What about Linux? I don't know. I have it here actually. Let's see. I have 23.3. Let's see if it works. I haven't tested this, but it probably won't work because there has been some recent changes to the internals in Houdini, so it might not work. Let me save this. Let's see if it works. Random. Let's create a ROP. Let's create. Yeah, you can. I already see some issues here. Let's create a tone light, and let's try to render this. Is this the right thing? This looks funny. Let's start. Let's see. We might crash. I don't know. No, there it is. It's working. It rendered like that because I don't have any RenderMan. I think it's rendering the close without saving. It's rendering just the sphere. But yeah, it's working. I mean, let's just make a surface. Oh, I crashed. There we go. I crashed when I create a surface, but the renderer worked. I mean, not perfectly, but it kind of worked a little bit. Let's see, where's that X message that crashed me? It's below here, below. There we go. So let's see what else is here because we need to finish. I come from China. I want to know if I go to USA, get a VFX job easier. I don't recommend you do that. I recommend you get good and then you get a work visa, and then you go to the US with a work visa. If you just go to the US, it's gonna make your life harder because you're not gonna have a place to live. You're not gonna have. I don't know if you have money, but if you have a ton of money, maybe you can get a place to live, and then you can pay your own stuff. But if you go to the US without any work papers, you're not gonna get a job just because you're there. I mean, you're gonna go to the US with a, let's say, with a visitor's visa, and then if you want to get a job after that, you're gonna have to go out of the country and then come in again with a work visa. So yeah, I mean, don't come to the US until you got a job visa, really. And you can get one by doing cool stuff. You make cool stuff, you will get a job. And there's a lot of countries in the world, not just the US. There's a lot of work happening in Russia. There's a lot of work, very amazing work happening in Europe, like in Ireland. There's a lot of work happening in many other countries, not just the US. Just don't concentrate only in the US. The US is only one country. There's a lot of good work happening in China as well. I'm not sure how good it is to live in China, what you do want to get out of China, but there's a lot of good work happening in other countries as well. So don't just try to focus on the US, because it might be the hardest option to get a job, really. Patreon, not cool. What do you mean? Yeah, what I said. Already said that, I guess. Make best portfolio and get better jobs. I need to do 60 days of Houdini. Well, start with the 30-day challenge. Big practice when you have an idea and you realize it yourself anyways in Houdini. Yeah, if you have an idea and you do it in Houdini, that will give you a lot of confidence. Yeah. I promotion, I don't know what that means. You have Solaris and Karma. Do you like Solaris and Karma? Yes, I do. I've actually did talk about Solaris and Arnold, because Redshift RT seems pretty cool. I have not seen that. It does work on Linux, but using CentOS at work. I'm using Pop OS and it works. That doesn't, CentOS, Linux, whatever, it's the same thing. Any good examples on tutorials to do? I'm using the presets, but I feel like I'm cheating because all advanced tutorials made their own notes. No, cheat as much as you can. Why wouldn't you cheat? I mean, it's just all the setups that you have here in Houdini. They are great starting points. Don't think that you're cheating. Like, who are you cheating? This is the silliest idea I've heard in Houdini. It's like, you have to build everything from scratch. That's stupid. That's totally stupid. Nobody cares about that. Like, how many people have you seen going out of the movies, seeing the latest Transformers movies, and they say, oh, the best part is that I like that they did the effects all from scratch. Nobody ever says that. Nobody. Not even your supervisor at work or your client will ever say, the best part is that you did everything from scratch. That's the most amazing part about your work. Nobody will ever say that. Nobody ever says that. Nobody, not even in a Houdini interview, you will get a question like that. Never. That would not happen. Like, I don't know why people are obsessed about doing stuff from scratch. It's completely nuts. Like, no, don't do it. Like, if you can build tools to make your work easier, do it. If you can use tools to make your work faster, do it. Your clients are gonna pay you because the job is done, not because you did it from scratch. That is just so stupid. It's just like stupid. Nobody has ever said the best part is that you did it from scratch. But is there like an Oscar for that? Like an Academy Award for that? There's no way. Nobody says that. Please remove that from your... Oh man, I need to do a video just about this because this made me so mad. People, I need to make this like a 10 myths about computer graphics or 10 myths about Houdini. But yeah, just if you make your work faster, you're better, really, because you can get more clients, you can get more rest, you can get more stuff done. If you feel like that's cheating, then you're wrong. All right. Look up Rohan Davi. Good start. Tutorial starts. There's a lot of people ask me, where do I start? And you know where you should start is by going to Houdini, opening Houdini, and press F1. And Houdini will bring the Houdini help, and the Houdini help is amazing. Amazing. Go to the basics here and just go through all this. There's getting started, the user interface, everything. This, if you know this, then you're just good to start doing more stuff. The Houdini help is really great. There's scene here, and then if you think this is too basic for you because you know some stuff already, just go to sideeffects/learn. On sideeffects.com/learn. If you go to experts, you will see my head there. So don't go there. Don't go to learn experts because you're gonna see my floating head there. Don't see it. go to just hear the learning paths and then start with one of these paths. Getting started, modeling, depending on what you want to do. There's a lot of help here. There's a lot of stuff. You can see my screen. Okay, yeah, sure. Let me change that to here. So here, what I said is just go to Houdini and press F1, and Houdini is gonna show you this. Go to basics and follow all this stuff. If you already know all this stuff, go to Houdini's side effects learn. And I made the joke that don't go to the expert tab because there's my head over there. Don't see my head. But if you go to the learning path, there's a lot of good stuff here. You go to get it started, and you can. There's a lot of good tutorials here. Very, very good tutorials here. There's the foundation books as well. There's introduction to Houdini. There's a lot of things, a lot of good tutorials here, and you will find something that fits you there. Can you show some examples how you make cold breath coming out your mouth? Well, it needs to be winter first. You go outside and then you go, and there it is. There's the breath out of your mouth, the cold breath out of your mouth. You can use the let's just make a sphere here. You can go to the Pyrofx and you can use this dry ice. This dry ice preset here in the Pyrofx. This dry ice is really cool actually. It's mostly what you need. See, this is gonna be like kind of foggy, kind of what you want. So yeah, just this and then just give it a direction. Just give it a direction on this, a velocity in the direction you want. Right now it's just going down, but if you just give it a direction, you can use this for some effect like that. I mean, it's not gonna be exact, but this is a good starting point for this. This is just having the buoyancy going down. No, this is just cooling a lot. You can give it a direction, whatever. So, I mean, this could be a velocity, this could be whatever, but this would be a way to do it. This is really wispy kind of vapor, kind of smoke that you would use for that. So yeah, just using this preset will get you maybe half the way there, and then you just tweak it from there. Thank you, Cliff. Thank you, Christian. Over the place, mini work. Just need you. Just want to say hi. Hey, I could. First time watching you live. You have great stuff on your channel. We make a lot of things. Oh, great. I'm glad you find stuff there you want to study there. Great. There's a lot of stuff in the channel. I mean, this is Learnday number 80. So if you watch one a week, it will take you more than a year to watch them all. So that's how much tutorials there is, and most of these live streams go for about 2 hours. So yeah, even if you try to watch them all one after the other, it will take you, I don't know, maybe half a year. No, I don't know, maybe 3 months, 4 months without sleeping. I don't know. Make jello from scratch. I do make jello from scratch. I just mix it with some warm water, put the jello mix, some cold water, and let it rest. I do it all the time. I had learned Python and Vex, but used them very poor. You need to learn the basics to know how to take advantage of Python and Vex. Because, yeah. If you okay, that's it, guys. Found your head. Want to do effects on Groom? I have knowledge of Groom in Action and Jetty, but VFX has no idea. Well, start with the basics of Houdini, and then you can jump to VFX later. Just learn the basics of Houdini. Get comfortable with Houdini. Get comfortable with attributes, Mr. Proto, and then you can start doing some VFX stuff. Houdini CG Wiki, yeah, Houdini, the CG Wiki is pretty cool, of course. How you make it from your mouse, yeah. All right, cool. You can just keyframe this. I mean, this is gonna emit forever, but if you just keyframe this. I did not want to do that. Simulation is disabled. So if I just keyframe that, it's not emitting anymore, so you can just make it dissipate there. So yeah, that's one way to do that. About your comment on more than a year to study, sounds crazy. Total education needs to study, but Houdini is not for normal people, I guess. Houdini, it's for normal people, of course. Houdini it's I mean, there's a lot of stuff to learn in Houdini, but you don't have to know everything. I mean, I don't know everything in Houdini. There's things that really don't interest me. But or I have less interest in, but you don't have to learn everything in Houdini as well. Like, again, when you get a Houdini interview, they don't ask you, so what percentage of Houdini do you know? There's no questions like that, guys. There's no question like, well, we know 100% Houdini here. How much do you know? And you have to answer like, oh, I know like 20% of it. Can I get a job? No, there's no question like that ever, nowhere, none at all. If somebody's interviewing you for Houdini job, they already know you're good. They already have an interest in you, so they don't want to know how much Houdini you know. They already know how much Houdini you know by seeing your stuff. Like, just by seeing what you have on your demo, they already know how much you know. Like, yeah. So if they are interviewing you, it's because they know how much you know and they want to hire you. There is an interest already. So yeah, don't get it super into how much time do I need to study, how much do I need to know. Just make cool stuff. Concentrate on making cool stuff, because nobody hires people because they already studied 3 years. If you study a month and you are creating amazing, crazy stuff, people will hire you. There's people that study forever and they don't have good stuff because they just concentrate on studying and they don't do stuff. And doing stuff is what is all about. Like every work you are going to apply for, they want to get stuff done. So the best thing you can do is getting stuff done. Like the more stuff you get done, the better you are, a better candidate for getting a job, because nobody wants somebody that is pretty good and doesn't finish stuff. You might be the best artist out there, but if you don't finish stuff, it's like, is it even useful if it's not finished, if it's ever not finished? So yeah, concentrate on doing cool things and sharing a lot. Share everything you have. Like look at, I'm not afraid to be learning, for example. Don't be afraid to be a beginner. Like if you see my Facebook page, I just posted this bear. This bear is I'm taking a ZBrush class, and that's my bear for class 1. Is it cool? No. Is it what I want to do? It's not yet what I want to do. But look at that. I'm sharing it. I don't care. I'm not sharing the bear. So this is the bear. The bear I'm talking about. I did that in my first class. Is it the best bear ever? No. But I'm learning. And I'm not afraid to say I'm learning. I'm not afraid to say I'm a beginner. I'm a total beginner in ZBrush. I'm barely understanding it right now. But whatever you do, share it. Share it around. That's not going to hurt you. That's going to help you, really. But yeah, I mean, don't be afraid to be a beginner. Don't be afraid to learn, be learning. That's actually great. Mostly in CG, you're always gonna be learning stuff. So yeah, I mean, I learned that. I took a class which it started yesterday. I took a class, 4 hours class. It's really intensive, and really intensive ZBrush course. And I did that, and it's just a little bear. It's just somebody else that has used ZBrush could just do that in 1 minute or something. For me, I'm proud of it. I mean, it's my bear. I did it. So yeah, I mean, don't be afraid of being a beginner. Don't be afraid to learn. Don't be afraid to ask for help and all that stuff. That's actually pretty good feature of somebody's learning, that you recognize that you know stuff and you ask questions, right? Define a problem, find a solution, research knowledge as needed. Yes, Peter it's totally right. That's always the how you're gonna do stuff. Like you're always gonna have to solve something, so you need to always be learning. All right, so I am the best artist out there according to my mom. Yeah, great, man. That's awesome. This is being sculpted in Houdini after ZBrush class 1. No, it's being sculpted in ZBrush. It wasn't sculpted in Houdini. How do I proceed? I mean, the order. Are you using ZBrush in Linux? No, I'm using ZBrush in Windows. ZBrush doesn't work on Linux. What a proceeding mean in what order? I could start with SOPs, start with everything with geometry, and then once you have a good sense of Houdini attributes and SOPs, then you can start doing more everything else that you need to do, effects or whatever you want to do. Studied and mix. Thanks for your works, inspire me. Oh, I'm glad, Israel. I'm glad. ZBrush Linux battle or Linux wine. Nah, I really don't want to mess with wine to start to install ZBrush and stuff, but Houdini Deep Intro Zero to Hero. Well, I've been planning a class for Houdini like that, but an actual class, like a weekly class that you have to attend. So that is on plans. Should happen at some point. All right. No worries, Pratik. Sorry, Pratik. Pratik. I think it's Pratik. Pratik. I don't know. Why am I making an Italian accent? All right, guys. That's it. We're talking for more than 2 hours. I'm glad that you guys are here. I think this is gonna be the new time for Learndays. It's gonna be on Sundays. Seems like you guys are enjoying that. So yes, if you're gonna get my fancy Houdini colors, they are on mix-training.com and they are free. If you go there, you can get them there over here. Houdini color scheme. You can get it. It's free. It's free. It's free. All right. Thanks, guys. Thank you for joining me. I'll see you next Sunday. All right. Get some ideas for next Sunday. I'll try to help you guys here with whatever you want to do, and I'll see what I can do with that yellow thing called VFX. But you have to tell me your name if you want that yellow thing. So I don't like calling you cool VFX. It's make me feel like I don't do cool VFX. All right, guys. Boromix. I'm not now. I'm Boromix. All right, yeah, everyone, if you guys are not subscribed, please subscribe to the channel. Subscribe, guys. Come on. We're almost about to hit 16K subscribers, so just help a brother out there to get there. Subscribe. Look at that. It's almost like you can see it. We're almost like 16K subscribers. Subscribe, guys, so we can do it. Do it. All right. Sundays will be here next same time. Same time here. Like whatever time it is on your local time, it will be like 2.5 hours earlier. It's 12 p.m. for me, but just check whatever time it is for you. This stream has been running for 2.5 hours, so whatever time it is now in your local country, just subtract 2.5 hours, and that's the time there will be next. I'll make another. I'll just subscribe to the channel. It will let you know when I'm live. Can press the subscribe button. I will subscribe. No, don't subscribe. Just subscribe twice. All right. I'll see you guys next week. All right. Take care. Do some Houdini and do nothing from scratch. Only breath, I think. Breath is nice to do from scratch, I guess that my new catchphrase is gonna be do nothing from scratch. All right, guys. See you later. I'm just saying later a few times because it takes a while for the stream to just catch on. So I'm just kind of giving it a buffer. And I don't know why I'm waving slowly, but anyway, I'm happy. I'm happy that we did this again, guys. I'm really, really happy. Happy to see you all here. All right, now it's time to go. I need to find that button, right? Thank you, Mr. Proto. I will descansaré. I will rest. Bye.